In this video, I'm going to show you how to make your own bench cookies. A bench cookie like this is really nice to have around the shop to raise your workpiece off of the bench. Just, say an inch, inch and a half or so to give you that extra space you need for things like sanding, routing an edge on a workpiece, or finishing something. These are nice because they're inexpensive, they're easy to make. Really only need two things to get going on them. I use just a piece of scrap wood to cut out some blocks. And then I use for the gripping material, this non-slip material called Dycem. Dycem is really nice because number one, it's inexpensive. You can buy a roll for not too much, and you cut off the exact shapes that you need. It's easy to clean. You can run it under water or wipe it with water, and it'll dry up and be just as sticky as ever. So I'm going to go with those two things, make these bench cookies that I've used many times around the shop. So to get started, let's go ahead and take this scrap piece and just cut our blocks. Now we have our 4 blocks cut to size, all the exact same. Now we'll cut the Dycem to size for each of the faces. All right, we have our 4 blocks here. I go ahead and line them up like this just to make it easier to cut a strip of Dycem as opposed to cutting each individual face separately. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the roll of Dycem, just kind of eyeball it here. These aren't, these don't have to be perfect. So I go ahead and just kind of get it approximately there in terms of the width of the block, and I make a cut on the edge just to get it started. And then from here, again, just kind of eyeballing it, take my time and cut it the rest of the way. And now I'll take the strip of Dycem and just kind of put it up to the face. And I'll go ahead and just cut each individual piece with a utility knife here while I hold it on there to get the size just right. All right, now that we have our Dycem faces cut to size, it's time to go ahead and glue them to the blocks. I just use a super glue I have around the shop. This is a Gorilla Glue, works really well with this. I've used it before, I know it holds it. The one thing I will say is that, again, Dycem, one of the cool things about it is that you can wash it and rinse it off and clean it off. Before gluing it down, I went ahead and just gave it a quick rinse and a dry. To make sure that any dust that may have picked up on the workbench here while I was doing this is off of it, and it'll adhere really well to the blocks. So all I do is, again, using the glue, I just give it a few dots of the glue around here on each side, apply the Dycem to that face, get it kind of centered, and then I put pressure on it, per the instructions of the glue. In this case, I think they say hold it about 20 seconds. So I'll go ahead and hold this one here, and then repeat this on the rest of the faces, so 2 per block, and then we'll basically be done and ready to show you how to use them. So now we have 4 new bench cookies. Let's go ahead and test them out with the router. All right, that's it for this video. Hope these bench cookies work out as well for you as they have for me. Thanks for watching.